Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 5, where we are on in Shanker's Tower colony here. I've already talked to the leader, the eccentrics herself, picked up a few quests, well, already completed a few quests for her, picked up a new one to actually see, oh hey, interesting, I'll take that. There's also more papyrus if I needed more. Yeah, to actually meet Solberg. One of the great names of the series, so that's maybe going to be interesting once we actually encounter him. But yeah, I had never looked past these doors, which just open. Okay. Oh, ice bolt. I'll take it. Well, she has an interest in the success of our expedition, right? Because she did ask us to do something for her, after all. Yeah, but we have not actually explored Crystal Works, okay. The Landman's Shop, right? We had seen that before. Then there are two more larger buildings. Let's start with this Crystal Shop, I guess. Crystal Works. Right, Saramore. That's one of the quest givers from the board. Saramore. This is a crystal workshop where some of the mine crystals from the northern frontier are evaluated and shaped into the finely tuned and polished stones demanded by mages all over. The Crystal Master looks like an Ethel. He's very large. Oh, he. I was going to remark that the portrait looked somewhat feminine, and that I wished I had that kind of character portrait to choose from for my character. But I guess not. I mean, it's not like you can really tell cats apart or cats' genders apart, like real world cats. So I guess the same is true for Nephilim and Nepharim as well. I mean, I suppose a Nephilim would be able to tell, or Nephil would be able to tell. But anyway, not me, of course. So he's very large, over a head taller than any Nephilim you've ever seen. He must be a Nephar. Okay. He bows to you nervously. Greetings, Empire Envoy. I'm gonna skip the purrs, I guess. It's kind of awkward. It was told to me that you arrived. I'm Saramore, Nephar of the Black Scalp clan. I will trade with you as bidden by the mistress of this isle. Okay, so it probably was a good idea to talk to Shanker first anyway, to avoid any situations where, the other people on this island wouldn't talk to me at all or not trade with me or things like that, as we've seen in the past. Okay, so you work crystals here. That is my purpose. Making crystals for the doing of magic is much demanded. I work hard. I have the strength and the skill, but the materials are hard to find. Why are the crystals so valuable? The best of them, the purest, they have an ability. They store magic within and hold it for the working of great spells. Some spells, the power to cast would burn and kill the mere person trying to summon it. Okay, that seems bad. But the power held in crystals, then the wizard has only to direct it for the great spell. Okay. What else are the crystals used for? Anywhere magic might be held. Scrolling, and wands especially. Scrolling, okay. I guess made from the scraps, the leftover bits after grinding and polishing the crystals. Another question. Wait, yeah, there was something else here. You have a hard time finding crystals? Crystals come from the frontier, but the prices are high. I heard rumors. A field of crystals just discovered in caves to the northeast. Rumors. I pay well for actual facts. Finder's fee. Okay. Caves to the northeast. So, oh yeah, if you find such a thing, tell me. It may be held by Vile Clan to northwest, though. Wait, Clan to northwest? Wait, was I told that the Fang Clan was to the northwest? I thought it was northeast. Huh. Yeah, but the fields are to the northeast, might be held by the clan from the northwest, though, I suppose. It's not such a huge area. Yeah, the Fang Clan. Well, we've heard about them, and don't think Saramore mentioned them to us yet. Fang Clan looks down on Black Scalp. I hate them. They owe us blood debts. Debts that will one day be paid, I promise you. Alright. Yeah, they might not actually be as nice as I first thought. Maybe those... Well, I suppose not the entire clan must be necessarily evil or our enemies. But maybe those Nepharim I talked to on the island, or not really island, on that little hill, just didn't tell me the truth. I guess that's possible. Anyway, another question. You're a Nephar of the Black Skull clan. Tell me more. A Nephil is asking these questions? I mean, a Nephil from the surface, yes. Also, would we necessarily know about every single clan? Not surprised the time in the Empire clouds your mind. The Empire has forgotten our ways after killing us. I am a Nephar of a clan that faded, but we will return. Tell me more about Nepharim. He looks uncomfortable. Some of the Nephilim, we are born different, larger, and unable to have children. We are the Nepharim, warriors, defenders of the tribes, makers of crafts. Some of us stay with tribes. Others leave to make fortune or to live with own kind. What happened to your clan? Blackscalp once huge and proud clan on surface. We fought against Empire Emperor. Then we tried to peace. Tried to peace? Same end both ways. Most butchered. Rest sent to Avernum. But we will rise again. How long ago was this? Long time. Long before I was born. But we never forget. Empire owes blood debt to us. Until then, deep inside, there is the hatred. Empress Prozak is kind at times, but kind is not enough. Still, the debt remains. Okay. Can I buy some of your work? Oh, I can. Well, I mean, obviously no interest in these. Oh, mind crystals. I think these are the ones that were mentioned in the list of items to look out for. Small object, right, okay, there's obviously... Wait. Well, that's a slightly different description. No abilities. I mean, I think that guide said any number of mind crystals can be, well, probably turned in somewhere. Piercing crystals for sale. Wisdom crystal, oh, so expensive. This is the assault shield effect. Strong cure, yeah, okay. Of course, we've seen all of these before. I mean, yeah, utterly ridiculous prices, of course. I wonder if it's worth buying the mind crystals. I guess it depends. We can always return and pick them up if it turns out that we really need more of those, or want more of those. Obviously depends on what you get for turning them in, and how many you need. Hello? Sage Belkin. Oh yeah, you're the one who wants paper, so I guess we'll visit you next. Let's say here, Sage Belkin. Yeah, okay. Duh. I did not mean to search your desk there, right in front of you. Sorry. Sage Belkin takes the paper and inspects it closely. Most of it meets his standards. In return, he gives you 3 scrolls, assuring you that they are quite powerful. Acid Jar sounds good. Madness? Group Haste. Okay, yeah, they actually do sound good. Also, Rasluka leveled up. That's good. I think I'm okay with the current strength level. I mean, she is at the very least able to actually wear all of the equipment that we currently have, which is a first, I think. So all of her equipment slots are actually used, and we don't have a lot of room, honestly. Only 3 pounds, I think, but I think that's good enough for now. And I mean, yeah, I could save for another level and increase strength one more time to hopefully be good for a little while. But you know, it's fine. I'm gonna finally put 1 point of endurance in, so that's out of the way. And then maybe the next few points are actually gonna go into something combat related. Not that she will be able to afford a level in melee weapons right away. She's going to be 1 point short. I could give her more quick action though, possibly even 2 levels, depending on how quickly the cost ramps up. That would be nice. I mean, the thing is she's dealing okay damage as it is, or in fact quite good damage, and she doesn't really have a problem hitting things for the time being. Just the most surprising part. I guess most enemies we're encountering are still pretty low level, and the actual level might also factor into the formula, into the to-hit chance. I really don't know. So, I mean, either way, it doesn't seem to be a huge problem, but obviously I want to eventually put some more points in. But yeah, for the time being, we finally have her, you know, have our actual main tank have decidedly more hit points than everyone else. I mean, really not that big of a difference here, but it's better than nothing. Of course. Actually, he's not far ahead. She's only 300 experience behind. He's 600. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? They have Sliths have twice the penalty. Is that right? I don't know. Either way, we're doing okay. Right, we did get this acid shower. That's just spray acid. Let's give that to... I mean, really, anyone could use that. Let's give one to our priest, because he doesn't otherwise have access to it. Group haste, maybe likewise? I don't know if the mage is naturally going to learn group haste. Oh, wait. We had already found one of those. Okay, never mind then. And madness, mass madness. Seems more like a priestly thing. I don't know, like, you know, affecting the mind, so he can have that. Anyway, let's talk to Belkin for real. This old and withered sage must be a scribe of some sort. He's surrounded by pens and paper, yep, more paper now, and his fingers are deeply stained with ink. He has a strange contraption on his face. It's a pair of glass lenses. Weird, held in place with chunks of metal. It must be there to support his eyes, ruined as they are by years of shadow and writing calligraphy. He leans close, trying to get a good look at you. He fails. Then he sighs and says, "I am Sage Belkin, scribe of the Isle. I can trade my work with you, whoever you are." You are a scribe? Yes, not an ordinary scribe. I create writing with power. It is a rare skill. Writing with power? I make spell scrolls. I take the finest papyrus and vellum. I write the words and the diagrams, carefully creating a web of ink that can hold the power, and then I direct the needed spell into the scroll. If it works, the spell scroll is complete. And if it fails? He silently rolls up his sleeves. His arms are covered with scar tissue from old burns. I have another question. Have you seen someone from the Empire lately, like a soldier? Well, I don't think he has seen much. Young one, I don't see much of anything these days. Yeah, exactly. I would like to purchase a scroll. Would I, though? I don't know. Scrolls are typically kind of... I mean, group heal, honestly, while I don't have access to that otherwise, not terrible. Also not super expensive. I mean, I guess, relatively speaking, they might be more expensive than they could be, but that doesn't strike me as a terrible price to pay. You know. Yeah. Sure, why not? It's really not a ton of money in the grand scheme of things. Lightning, also possibly useful, while we don't have access to that yet. Although I guess I'm working on that. At least we know where to get it once we have the required skill for that. Mind Shield, Group Haste, Mass Blast, Mass Shield. Yeah, those are getting a little bit on the expensive side, so. Say, can you make wands? He looks irritated. No, I can't. Wands are even harder to make. More craft, more spells. And I hate the wandsmiths, their arrogance, their airs. As if what I do is so trivial. Okay. Fair enough. Are there many who can do what you do? No, it takes years of training. I've trained a handful of apprentices through the years. 2 completed their training, 5 gave up, and 3 made errors while attempting to scribe scrolls, and died as a result. Whoa. Seems pretty rough. Okay. This chamber is where the sage scribes the scrolls. Oh, okay. I was actually going to comment on, you know, if scribing scrolls is so dangerous that that apparently you can die from it, and that he himself is covered with burn scars. Well, yeah. That it seems like it would be pretty dangerous and pretty foolish to even attempt scribing, surrounded by paper and scrolls. But I guess they thought of that. This chamber is where the sage scribes the scrolls. There is a table in the center of the room where the delicate work can take place far from any distractions, and destructible, I suppose. The counters to the north and south are covered with pens and inkwells. The pens are feathers from all sorts of birds, and there are many varieties of ink. It makes sense that one would not be able to lock magical power in a scroll without the use of very unusual materials, I guess. Right. Yep, just some ink and pens. Very interesting, although not immediately useful. Okay, what have we here? What and who have we here? Horan, Potion Master. Okay. Right, we have not... no, that's not true. I was going to say that we have not actually met an alchemist yet, but that's not true at all. We have. Horan, is that not the same portrait used for the mayor of New Harkin? No, wait. Not Harkin. What's it called? Harson. New Harson. This old bespectacled woman has been making potions for much of her life. She's experiencing the tragic, all too typical result. She twitches constantly. Her eyes don't focus well. She seems distracted. When you enter, she's staring at a bubbling pot, trying to remember if she added the grey mold. Eventually, she decides that she didn't and throws some in. It doesn't explode. She nods, satisfied, and turns to you. She pokes you to make sure that you aren't a hallucination. Well, you're real enough. Greetings. Horin, I'm the potion master of the Isle. Old and weak, but I can still do the job. Well, glad to hear it. Have you been here a long time? Years and years. I remember all the old wizards of the Isles. Aiden, Aimee. Bless their souls. I remember the old tower. Well, I honestly don't. Aiden, Aimee, yes, the names seem vaguely familiar. But, well, it's been a while. These lands are much more settled now. It is better, but sometimes I miss the olden days. Who were Aiden and Aimee? Recluse wizards, the ones who abandoned civilization so that their minds could wander the ether untethered. They built the first towers here. Those towers are gone now. They crumbled, and then Shakura made the area to her tastes. What do you miss about the old days? The freedom, the wilds, the mystery. But no matter. Nostalgia. Pay me no mind. It's strange that anyone would miss living in untamed caverns full of savage monsters, but she does seem crazy after all. Yeah, I mean, not that crazy compared to some people I've met. I have other questions. Horin maintains the potion she is brewing, occasionally grabbing a handful of herbs and throwing them in. Every time she does, she flinches a little, waiting for the explosion. The air in here makes you feel faint. The windows and the walls don't really provide enough ventilation. Have you been here a long time? Wait, she did say that. Oh, okay, never mind. Thought there was maybe another question I hadn't asked. Can I buy any potions? Yes, I can. Knowledge brew, 500. Honestly, that's kind of reasonable. Yeah, I mean, it really isn't that much, is it? I feel like we've seen those for a lot more before. 500 for 2 skill points? Yeah, what the heck. Where around here can I get some healing? It's a random question. I suppose it's maybe not so random to ask that. To ask an alchemist that. Try Eccentrics Shanker's rejuvenating pool. I use it all the time. Okay. Isn't it dangerous to do all this work at your age? Normally, I would give you such a curse for what would give you such a curse for what you're implying. Unfortunately, I can't because I have a problem. If you could solve it for me, I would reward you. I promise you that it is absolutely safe. The reward, or what you're asking of me? Well, what can I do? She goes to a table and grabs a small papyrus packet. She gives it to you. It's full of herbs. Upstairs, I have a brew that got a little out of control. The vapors are too strong for me. If you could just go up there and dump that packet into the pot, it would clean it up for me. Be a dearie and do that for me. And you say it's perfectly safe? Did I say that? Well, I'm sure it must be safe then. Right. Well, obviously we're gonna do it. Hiss. What's gonna come out of that? Who knows? Anyway, 2 skill points, that's very nice. That means that next level up, she is actually gonna have enough for melee weapons. Or maybe some... Could try and quick action right now. I don't know. No, I think even though I said that I don't typically have so far I don't really have a noticeable problem with hitting things, but I don't want it to become a problem ever, so I think I want to put at least a few points into melee weapons. Right. Should I? Well, I guess I should. It couldn't hurt to prepare for the worst. In fact, let's see. I might even of the entire party with this, because, well, it's only going to be one fight, right? And we can heal directly afterwards, so it's really shouldn't be a problem. Trying to cast spells a little bit too quickly here. There we go. And finally this. And some of this. Why do I even have this here? I'm not finding myself using that very much at all, so I think I actually want protection on there as I originally had. I guess these are the 4 spells that I tend to cast the most. Right. Save, I suppose, and take a look at what's going to happen here. The upper level of the Alchemist's Potion Works doesn't have any windows. This was a very unfortunate architectural choice, as the lack of ventilation has let plenty of odd gases build up. You feel nauseated and faint. Yeah, you'd think that should be a relatively easy thing to fix, like just poke some holes into the ceiling at the very least to allow fumes and gases to escape. It's not like it rains in Avernum, right? I suppose that's one of the few advantages this place has. Anyway, there is a pot of bubbling grey fluid in the center of the room. It is constantly refreshing the noxious gas that manages to escape. You keep away from it. You can understand why nobody is up here. This must be the failed brew that Horan wants you to pacify. All you have to do is throw the pouch of herbs in. However, you suspect that something horrible will happen when you do. Of course. Throw in the herbs. You throw the herbs in. The pot stops bubbling. Things get very quiet. You start to back toward the stairs, hoping that the job will be easy for once. Then the cauldron vomits out a huge gout of sticky, noxious goo. It splatters all over the ground. Some of it splashes onto you. Well, we really should have backed away either way. The vat starts belching out clouds of noxious gas. You try to run toward the stairs, but everything starts to seem strange. The walls wobble around you. The ground buckles under your feet. The stairway down shakes like jelly. Whatever was in the pot, you don't like it. With that description just now, I was really expecting that... Hello? Something happening? Oh. Okay. I just had to pass a few turns. I was expecting to get transported to some weird, a dream dimension. That would have been nice and definitely an unexpected development, but no, unfortunately nothing quite so fancy, huh? You start to regain a little control of yourself. The goo from the pot seems to be affecting your perceptions, making you see things that aren't happening. At least, you manage to convince yourself of that, and then you forget again. Then you start to see something else, creatures lurking around the edge of the room. Part of you thinks that they aren't really there, but they're so real, so frightening. You automatically raise your weapon, ready to defend yourself. The thin, quiet, still sane voice in your head wonders how your body will react when the creatures strike it. It doesn't like the answer. Oh, hallucinations. We sure? Okay. They don't have a ton of health. I guess that's good. These look... I don't know. I mean, the fact that there's only 2 of these blue ones makes me think or suspect that they're probably more dangerous. Also, they look like undead, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that they're immune to cold. But then again, they probably are, so... Let's just fireball them away. I mean, we can take out a good number of them just like that. And of course, here we are going to use Repel Spirit. Wow, and they didn't even get to do anything. That was also different, huh? Yeah. I guess these are skeletons and that was a zombie. They look kind of similar. Okay, that was easy. Ah, more nightmare creatures appear in the shadows. Of course, it couldn't have been that easy. You shout in alarm and prepare to defend yourself. Downstairs, Horan thinks that she hears someone screaming. She makes a pot of tea to calm her nerves. Good. 17 health. These are... Well... even less than those undead. Okay. Well then, we'll just continue doing what we were just doing. Oh, come on. I guess with these... Oh, wait, can we actually... I'm never quite sure. Okay, that did hit all 3 of them. Lucky. Let's finish this one. Because we already started. And I guess technically you can probably take out both remaining enemies. Might as well, right? Surely it's only going to be one more round. More nightmare creatures appear in the shadows. You scream and prepare to defend yourself. Downstairs, Horan idly wonders what happened to that Empire soldier she was talking to. Okay. And, yep, once again, very easy to kill. Just, certainly fine by me. Nice. Come on, good hit. Wait. These are back to 18 health. Of course they are. Well, it's fine. Shouldn't have shot this one. So yeah, these ones are too far apart. Well, it's okay. Still gonna finish them off. They look kind of fiery. Yep. Immune to fire. Or, well, mostly immune. They look demonic, though. I'm assuming. Well, maybe not. That's okay. Stunned, huh? But, I mean, that doesn't really mean all that much. Basically just a minor reduction of action points. The noxious chemicals finally start to wear off. There are still shadows lurking in the corners, but they don't frighten you anymore. The scratches you got during the fight fade away. Oh, do they? They weren't really real. The stairway stops moving around. You think that you can go back downstairs. I really was expecting something like a final boss encounter here, but okay. The upper level of the Alchemist Potion Works doesn't have any windows, I know. Fortunately, now that the cauldron has been pacified, the foul air will clear in time. Yeah, I mean, without any kind of ventilation, that will still take quite a while. Anyway, that was really not that bad. I did what you asked. It was not safe. Did what I asked? I don't remember asking you to do something. And anyway, a tough Empire soldier like you should be able to handle something like whatever you did. Not like us frail worms, eh? Did I say I would reward you for whatever you did? You respond in the affirmative. Well, I tried to be good as my word. She fetches you several potions. Well, at least that's something. Okay, energy potion, invulnerable potion, and knowledge brew. I mean, that's, that's worth some trouble, and it really wasn't all that much trouble. Am I gonna give her another one? Yes, I think the answer is yes, because she will still, I think I said that before, that she kind of needs the most different skills of the entire party. I mean, yeah, the priest as well, maybe, but, I mean, he really only needs priest spells. That's the only thing he really needs. So, sure, more intelligence would be nice in the long run, maybe a little bit more first aid, a little bit more nature lore, but for the time being, those aren't all that expensive. And, yeah, it's fine, but she needs strength, endurance, weapon skills, defensive skills, so I think most of my extra skill points are gonna go to her. Anyway, that was interesting. Not particularly tough. But that's fine. So finally, we have landman supplies, right? Huh? Did it say? I don't know. This man is one of the few people on the island with no obvious magical skills. He's a merchant, and he's doing well at it. He's a heavy man, well-dressed, and in a very good mood. More customers, excellent. Good loyal Avernites, shifty agents of the surface, all are welcome here as long as they can afford my goods. I'm landman. Okay. How's business? It is excellent. I have a good position, secured by excellent protection, and I have a constant flow and highly motivated customers. Things are going very well. Oh, it's good to hear. Who protects you? I mean, yeah, Incantatrix Shanker, obviously. Bless her. Incantatrix Shanker, bless her, uses her considerable power to maintain peace on the Isles. Highly motivated customers? I sell some things to the poor island farmers, but I mainly sell goods to the travelers heading into the northern frontier. When they find that they forgot something important, or they lose something in a boat wreck or a cave quake, they must come to me. How do you refresh your supplies? I buy things from the travelers, excess supplies that they thought they needed but didn't. I also buy goods brought up from the Drake Pillars with great difficulty. Right, how are goods brought back from the frontier? Well, we've heard about some kind of routes that the Avernites themselves use, but that wouldn't be accessible to us. Hence why it's extremely convenient that we instead have access to the teleportation network. They are rowed upstream with great difficulty. Narrow portages are used to take them around the rapids. It is slow and painful, to be sure, but the cargo of metal and crystals is worth it. Alright. Trade with anyone from the Empire lately? Someone well-armed, perhaps? No, a few scattered miners from the surface, off to find their fortune. Nobody like you say. Right. Yeah, we have no real reason to assume that Dorikas and his entourage came by anywhere near here. Unless literally everyone is lying to us. I would like to sell some things. Oh, the one thing, wait. Oh yeah, you know, I completely forgot that I actually put the... was it the Mage Stone Bat? Yeah, that's what one of the rewards that Shanker gave us last time that I didn't even acknowledge at the time. And I gave that to him so that both my casters now have a level of magical efficiency, which is a chance to use less mana when they cast a spell. It's obviously going to be more effective to actually stack that on one person to increase the odds, because at level 1 it's probably only like I don't know if it's a 5% per point per skill level chance. Probably not even that. It seems like 5% seems too good. But, you know, at this point, they both have a chance, at least, for that to happen, which I thought was probably also worth something. Anyway, yeah, the Warmth Ring. As I said, I'm never gonna actually switch out rings for, you know, protection, elemental protection, even though I probably should in some situations, but, you know, I'm gonna be fine, I'm sure. So let me see your wares. Utterly ridiculous, as expected. Lab equipment. Some armor, studded belt. That is just a belt, nothing fancy. Interesting that we went from just normal belts right away to the 6% armor belts, the plated belts or whatever they're called, and we never even found a studded belt. Huh. Not that we have any use for them. Composite bow. Well, we have one of those. Same price, so yeah. Okay, nothing special here, looks like. No quest from him either. Oh, okay. Got a pretty well-secured storage up here. Okay. Oh. Man, I mean to press U to check for buttons. Okay, well I could theoretically use some piercing crystals up there and, you know, steal from him, but obviously I don't do that. Okay, that's all the quests for now. We've talked to everyone. We've distributed all loot and all that. Now, where do I head next? I guess I'm gonna go up the coast from here. And basically, well, we're right here. We've been on these little peninsulas. So I guess we next check out this up here. Yeah, if the Fang Clan outpost is indeed to the northwest, then I guess that must be where it is. And maybe this little alcove here is going to be where the crystals are, and more of the Fang Clan. I guess, yeah, if the Fang Clan Nepharim were camping here, I guess that would make sense. Relatively nearby their actual camp. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could return back to the eastern side and go up and look for that Ronaldo, but, you know, either way, I'm gonna make my way around the Isles. And I'm closer to the western side right now. Where did I leave my boat? Up here, right? Yes. We are fully healed and everything. Well then. Actually, is this... No, this is the island north of Shanker's Tower, of course. Although this, yeah, the actual northern wall of this region is probably going to be on the same map. But I also remembered that I saw this in passing, but didn't stop to pick up those spiritual herbs. There we go. Oh, okay, interesting. We have a... Oh no, actually this, yeah, as I said, this is probably the cave wall anyway. Or is it? Another island? Oh, never mind. Maybe there is another map north of here. Obviously there is. The river narrows dramatically here. You have to proceed slowly and carefully. Or is this actually the entrance to the northern frontier? Was that wasn't straight north of here, was it? The water is full of boulders. The walls and ceiling have been scorched and cracked by recent massive magical blows. What's that about? It looks like this passage was created only recently, before water flowed out of the northern isles into this gallery through an inaccessible underground channel. Then some wizards came here and applied considerable magical force, disintegrating the wall and enabling boat travel to the caves beyond. Oh, you have reached the border of the northern frontier. Well then. Seriously? Oh yeah, but I literally just looked at the map. I don't know. My short-term memory is absolutely terrible. I mean, I wasn't specifically looking for that information, but still. Anyway, moving on. Is there anything here? Nope. Apparently not. Okay. Right, this would be going off to what we assume is the Nephilim or Nephilim outpost. Okay, so what is this then? And why is there no boat here? Hello? Is there anyone living here? It kind of looks like it. There's another farm. Oh, good wife Amber. Hello. This farm is currently run by a lone woman. I've seen a similar situation before. She's not gonna try and trick us and throw us into some underground dungeon, right? She looks very tough and she wears a large butcher's knife at her belt. She doesn't look concerned about your presence. In fact, she doesn't appear to be thinking anything at all. She sits at her rocking chair and silently stares at the teapot and cups on the table in front of her. It seems to take her a moment before she even notices you. Then she looks up at you with an eerie, glassy stare. She says, "I'm Goodwife Amber. I welcome you, Empire visitor. Please have some tea." Yeah, okay, that's not creepy at all. Is she one of Gladwell's thralls? You live out here alone? Her voice is completely flat. The others are away. I'm not scared. The wizard Shanker protects us. Please, have some tea. Yeah, I think I'll politely decline, just in case. I'm trying to learn something. Then we should talk. First you should rest. Relax, have some tea. Yeah, no. Can you tell me about this area? I would love to, but first you should rest. Relax, have some tea. Yeah, okay, you've said that before. Her voice is still flat and her face shows no emotion. Even by lax Avernite standards, this woman is odd. Yeah, no thank you, I don't want any tea. Of course you do. You want tea. Have tea. You restate your refusal. She simply says in a flat voice, I will not tell you any of what I know until you're polite and have tea with me. She doesn't say anything else. Yeah, in this case, I'm okay with being impolite. Alright, so we went through all the different dialogue options, except for accepting her tea, or poison, or whatever. Surely there's gotta be something weird going on, right? Is there? Oh, just recent excavation, I guess. Oh, nope. It's not a button. I did press U to double check. Pretty sure that's a button graphic there in the dark. So, there's obviously some kind of mystery going on here, but we're not gonna learn until we actually accept her extremely obvious attempt to do something terrible to us. Oh wait, there's another underground access. Okay. Magical trap that we dealt with. What do we find in here? This crystal box seems very out of place in this humble cellar. It glows slightly, and occasional wisps of light float out of it and rise through the ceiling. Through the ceiling into the person sitting there, perhaps? Leave it alone for now. What else do we have here? Some herbs. Yoink. Oh, I mean, I'm assuming that she's being controlled by something, of course. Mind controlled. With some whatever is trapped in that thing, perhaps. Oh, it's our first Mandrake root just lying around like that. Pretty valuable stuff. So I guess she herself is not actually evil. It's just being used. So stealing from her is kind of wrong, you know, morally objectionable. Anyway, but I guess since we're about to free her from the spell, that's okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna buff the entire party, mostly because I'm lazy. Hello? You have to, you know, wait a short moment before you can recast the spell again. Or cast the next spell. It's always a little bit difficult to get used to that. Alright, open the box. What could possibly go wrong? The box contains a glowing green crystal shard. When you look at it, you think that you hear whispering. Wisps of light continue to rise out of it. Touch it, take it, smash it. Let's try smashing it right away because it's obviously evil. The crystal is very fragile. You smash it easily. There is a flash of light. It shatters into a pile of tiny sharp fragments. The room is dark and quiet. Okay. No demon jumping out of it? Interesting. Hello, Ember. Feel any different? Goodwife Ember stares up at you. Now that the spell on her is broken, she's trying to reorganize her thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm still a bit confused. I don't remember much. Okay. Why are you alone here? One of the last things I remember is my husband and sons going into the northern frontier looking for a new claim. They were to be gone a few months. I'm so glad that you restored me before they got back. Weren't you afraid of being alone here? I mean, are we just... It seems like we're skipping a step here. I mean, I guess the game really expected me to accept the tea, but what would have happened to me? I mean, I suppose I wouldn't have just outright died. It wouldn't have been an instant game over or anything like that, but... I mean, I am curious what would have happened, but it was such an obvious trap that, you know, no one in their right mind would fall for it other than to experience it. But yeah, role-playing wise, it just didn't make any sense. So we just went down and smashed that crystal on a whim, and now she's acting as if she had somehow asked us to free her before. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, right. Weren't you afraid of being alone here? She points to the south. The wizard on the island watches over us. I suppose she didn't protect me as well as she could for one night. Oh, so you hadn't been under the spell for long? Would you even be able to tell? Oh, I guess maybe. Anyway, yeah. What happened to you? Maybe that should have been our first question. I'm still trying to remember. It's difficult to piece it together, but I'm starting to recall some of the last night. Go on. It was late. I was asleep. I heard something. I lit up a lamp and went out. And there were boats here. Oh, really? 12 boats, full of armed people. They had helms on and I couldn't see much. And a woman in a robe. Can you tell me about the woman? She wore robes, like the wizards. Her hood was down, but the shadows... I didn't get a good look at her. Mysterious? I mean, as far as we know so far, Dorikas' man came through here like 2 months ago, though. So, and we never heard of him traveling with some kind of magician, or you know, any other robed woman. So maybe unrelated, although probably not. Anyway, what did they do? One of them walked up to me. He was tall. His armor was nicer than the others. No, that must be Dorikas. Weird. How does that fit together? How could he have come through here 2 months ago? But this only happened, like, maybe a few nights ago? Or last night, even? Oh. Anyway, he took off his helm, he looked at me, then he pointed at me. The woman, she said something. She said, I'll take care of her. And then she said his name. But it's hard to remember his name. The name, was it Dorikas? It's hard to remember, but that might have been it. It sounded like it anyway. Okay. And then? The woman muttered something. I tried to hear it, but things started to get fuzzy. I don't know. I got scared, and that's all I remember. Until I woke up again. So I guess maybe she has been in this weird state for 2 months. And only thinks that it happened last night. What do you think they had you do in their absence? She shakes her head. I'm trying to figure that out. They didn't tell me to look after my farm. That's for sure. That is really all I know. I'm sorry. Didn't tell me to look after my farm. Okay. I mean, you somehow stayed alive all this time, right? Did I get that wrong? Didn't she say that this only happened a very short time ago? If you're afraid. Other questions? What happened? Some of the last night. Maybe not last night, but the last night that she remembers before this happened. Okay, maybe that's what's meant here. Right. What did they do? And then, what do you grow here? Alchemical ingredients, the quality kind. We are very proud of our farm. It looks terribly neglected, though. I must get to work. Right. What do you do with your goods? Sell them to the wizards on the island, and sometimes to merchants, who dry them and take them to the surface. Can I buy something? Oh, I wouldn't charge you, not after you helped me. Yeah, I also kind of, just took something. I think I'm good. If I'd been like that when my husband returned, she shudders. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, we never found out what she would have tried to do to us. I guess, well, since we now basically know that Dorikas put her in this state, she was most likely just left here as a living trap for us or any other pursuers specifically. So, yeah, good thing we never found out, I suppose. Anyway, she fetches several bundles of dried herbs for you. Oh, that's really not necessary, ma'am. Well, thanks anyway, I guess. Oh, and that's all I need to know. Well, I'll take an extra batch. This seems like something that we probably could report to our superior. I mean, it is more relatively good evidence that Dorikas actually did pass through here. Certainly a little bit more reliable than what Claudia told us last time. Because she only saw some boats basically passing through, an unusually large number perhaps, but not necessarily anything super out of the ordinary. Oh, hello there. What is this random little cave here? Thorny fungus, 71 health. Okay. Would we be able to shoot you from outside your max range? Probably not, right? Nope. No such luck. Ouch. Okay. Of course. You know what? Just rush forward. Wow, there's a lot of them. That might have been a mistake. If she gets attacked by all of those, well, she's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Maybe we can... Never mind. Well, I guess they're not dealing that much damage. She's gonna be fine. That's what she's our tank for. Being able to survive this kind of thing. Okay, you can probably deal some good damage to a bunch of them. Unfortunately, not quite enough to kill that one, but that's okay. Let's see. That's 42 health. Even with a well-aimed blow, you're probably not going to be able to take one of these out, right? So just do a normal attack against this one. Looks like they are protecting a pair of green pants. Nice. Okay, let's see how much you can do. With a double attack, of course. Yeah, it's 35. Not so bad. Double attack would have obviously been able to kill one of these things. But even like this, it's not a huge problem. There we go. Well, that was a double attack. Hey, let's see. All worked out just fine. Okay, we can sell that. Trash and trash. Different kinds of trash, but still. Skull, normal robe, a belt, sparkling one for days, which we already have. Wait, didn't we have? Oh, she has one. I guess it couldn't hurt to have one on our priest as well. Swamp pants, of course, with poison resistance, 2 armor. I mean, only 2 armor? I guess it's not leather, it's just cloth pants. He does have this. She, of course, has actual armor. So we, more poison resistance would be nice, but then again, it's only poison, it's not even acid. Yeah, one of you guys can have that. Sure. Why not? Actually, these can be sold for a little bit. One less armor, one less protection. Seems like a decent trade-off. That's it, huh? Nothing else here? No buttons on any walls. Okay. Sure, fair enough. Kind of random. Who knows who left that there, or how those fungi got there in the first place. Right, we have dealt with her, huh? Seems like that's all there was here. Learned what we could. Suppose next up we got this then, or wait, hold on. Yes, never mind. Oh, no, there was maybe something here. Oh, okay. Tiny little passage and nothing. Alright. The patches of exposed stone around you are covered with totems, skulls, bones, broken weapons. All signs point to a tribe of Nephilim ahead, of the less assimilated variety. These creatures can bear quite a grudge against the Empire for the bloody deeds of the previous Emperor. Right? We have kind of been warned about that. Oh. You row your boat closer to the Nephilim encampment. Nephilim archers stand on hills to the north and south, training their bows on you as you pass. From here you can see that the colony is small but well defended. There is a single dock ahead, with a massive iron gate behind it. There are more archers on the cliffs to the other side. From this distance, they must be able to tell that you're from the Empire. How? Well, yeah, okay, because we're not as pale, I guess. I was gonna say, I mean, we wouldn't be in any regular uniforms or anything, right? Because we're really just wearing a ragtag assortment of whatever armor pieces we found down here. Yeah, and also half of us aren't even human, not typical citizens of the Empire, but they can tell, of course. They seem willing to let you into their home peacefully. You wonder why. Okay. So this isn't an enemy stronghold, necessarily. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me then check out the rest of this map here before we head into their stronghold and see why they would allow us in and what they might want from us. This was once a field of beautiful crystals. Then some miners came here, extracted the most lovely and valuable pieces, and left. The remaining crystals are now full of flaws and covered with the signs of the miners' assault. Okay. Also, no enemy creatures here? Interesting. Never mind then. This will pick up the last pieces that are worth at least a little bit. Right. No secret tunnels visible on the map. Right, some tokens are here. Not a whole lot going on in this map, huh? Well, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Oh, maybe a little bit more indeed. How much of a... Oh, okay. Some Fang Clan warriors hold up in here. I guess I'm gonna... I don't know how much time I'm gonna be spending up here, but might as well light things up a little bit. So what is this all about? Hello? Are you gonna talk to me? Well, I guess I can talk to you. There are several Nephilim waiting at this campsite. They heard you coming and they are prepared. They stand guard, weapons at the ready, determined to keep you from going any farther. One of them lets out a long, vicious hiss. Outsider, Empire, go now. You come in, you insult Fang Clan. We slay. What is ahead? No business of yours. We of Fang Clan claim this cave. It is ours. Go. Maybe their chieftain or whoever is in charge back at their actual camp will tell me more and actually send me here on some kind of mission. I'm not gonna force my way through here. For now. Alright, I'll leave. The Nephil nods. We treat with respect. This our land, private, claimed by Fang Clan. You go somewhere else. They don't have anything else to say to you. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I really hope I'll be allowed in officially at some point, because I'm certainly curious. And not least because we don't see stairs or ladders leading upwards to caves above the normal level all that often. That alone makes it kind of feel special. Okay, nothing particularly special here though. Yeah, I guess that's that's almost it for this part of the map. Right, check this out. And this little part of this stone pillar, I guess. Okay, that's it. Not a whole lot going on here. Alright, I had to pause there for a second, but I think we have enough time to maybe take a look at this fortress. Maybe talk to someone even? I'm not gonna risk anything. Going where I'm probably not expected to go. These rocks here, these rocks are here to be dropped upon anyone who tries to scale the cliff. Okay. Can we open this? Sure enough. Magical trap? Oh, okay, never mind. That is definitely gonna blow me up if I try. Franklin villagers. Can we talk to people here? There are several villagers here. Some are young Nephilim, here to be tested. Others live here and maintain the tests. Interesting. None of them want to talk to you. They say that if you want to know something, you should speak with the elders. Fair enough. Elders here? No, Gormers the Fletcher. Okay. Is he one of the elders, or... Okay, well, this one is called Elder Muror. So that's pretty obvious. Graveyard with, yeah, okay. Stuff that I probably should not touch. At the bottom of the slope you can see a huge trapdoor. There is a latch on the top, enabling it to be easily locked from above. It must be meant to be a one-way trip. The sign by the pathway identifies it as the entry to the Test of the Young. There are several graves at the top of the hill. Penalties for failure must be harsh. I mean, I'm kind of expecting, obviously, that we'll pass through that trapdoor in the not-so-distant future. Although, of course, we're not Nephilim, so don't really see... Oh, hey, there's Kerr, who we were supposed to kill, I think? Rogue Kerr. A rogue Niffle named Kerr of the Fang clan. A bounty has been placed on his head. Only blood may pay this blood debt. That is going to be a bit of a problem, unless I want to anger the entire clan. Unless we can somehow negotiate his, I don't know. How would you call that? I don't know. Convince him that he actually, I don't know, deserves some kind of punishment, and I don't know, we are allowed to take him with us or something to deliver justice. Let's talk to this person here, Gormys. The Nephilim are natural archers. They have the eyesight, the muscular control, and the patience to be deadly with bows. This old Nephil is a Fletcher, using her years, of experience to make bows of very high quality. You doubt, however, that she would let you have any of her better weapons. She notes you admiring her work. Ah, the Empire outsiders. I have spoken to the elders of you. You have spoken to them of me. Interesting. I am called Gormos. The Fang clan needs currency. I may sell some lesser weapons to you. Okay, how generous of you. What happens to your bows once they're made? What? What kind of question is that? They get used, I guess? They're given as rewards to the young who survive the tests. Oh, okay. I mean, interesting. And that there happens to be a somewhat special use for them in this case, but still, kind of an odd question to just ask out of the blue. My bows are are a badge of victory, respected in all Fangclan lands. Where are Fangclan lands? Wherever we find a patch of stone we can defend. Most of us have gone to the northern frontier looking for a home. Okay, and tell me about the tests. Talk to Elder Roar. He is the one who controls the testing. Would you sell a fine bow to a fellow Nephil? A Nephil who fights for the Empire? Not likely. I have some sympathy. I see how you might try to improve our standing on the surface by showing the Empire how strong and honorable we are. I can see how what you do might be worthwhile, but I will not place a fine weapon in the hands of the Empire. I hope you understand. Fair enough, I guess. Tell me about the Fangclan. We are few, but proud. We are growing. To know more, speak with Elder Roar. He has reserved the honor of speaking for us to himself. Okay. I'd like to buy a bow. I mean, we've basically... Oh. I guess these are not the fine bows. These are just the ones that are just, you know, bad enough to be sold to outsiders. Of course. Oh, well, I could have actually fetched a composite bow for less than I paid before, even though the prices are apparently exorbitant. Were they even higher before? I guess utterly ridiculous is even more than exorbitant. I suppose. Can I sell you something? No. We do not have the coins you seek. Go to the Tower of the Wizard to trade. Wizard? Yes, Shanker. She treats us with honor, even if she does harbor some lesser Nephilim. Okay. Does she? Some lesser Nephilim? Well, one of them. Well, Nepharim, specifically. Okay. Well, that wasn't a whole lot of useful information from you. Oh, okay. So we got several elders, but only one with a name. I think I'm actually gonna take a break here, and we're gonna save talking to Roar next time and see what he might want from us, and how we might end up in this test meant for young Nephilim. I mean, obviously that's gonna be a thing, right? Test entry. I wonder if I could just force my way in there. Oh yeah, and then we have to deal with this cur as well, obviously. Can't forget about that. Well, this might get interesting. For the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.